Don't throw away used plastic food containers. Recycle them and create a significant source of income. Hi everyone, it's Tracy. Today I want to tell everyone to get into the habit of keeping these plastic food containers and reusing them in my ways. You will be surprised by how useful they are. Especially the 4th and 6th uses will help you save a lot of money. Most people usually throw these food containers straight into the trash right after taking the food out. That's such a waste. Listen, I collect them after each use and wash them thoroughly under running water with dish soap, then let them dry completely, and they're ready to be reused. First, I'm going to show you how to use this plastic food container to turn it into a small seed-starting box or mini vegetable planter at home, helping you save a lot of money on buying vegetables. You just need to take a plastic container, make a few small holes at the bottom for drainage, and then add a thin layer of soil inside. Next, plant seeds, like green onions, cilantro, or herbs that you often use in your meals. Place the container in a spot with light, such as near a window, and water a little each day. In just a few days, you'll see the plants start to grow very well. When you need them, you can simply cut a small amount and have fresh, clean herbs ready for cooking. This method not only helps you reuse plastic containers effectively, but also gives you a fresh supply of vegetables right at home. It's very convenient, cost-saving, and good for your health. Next, use these containers as storage holders for ingredients in your kitchen. The method is very simple. You'll need 3 plastic food containers, 2 clothes hangers, and some clips to hold everything in place. Start by taking one hanger and holding it upright. Then use clips to attach the first container to the hanger, securing it on both sides, so the container stays balanced. Next, take the second container and clip it right above the first one in the same way. Continue with the third container, stacking them up to create multiple tiers. Make sure each container is clipped securely so everything stays stable and firm. And just like that, you have a convenient 3-tier rack. Place it in your kitchen and store anything you like. For example, I use it to hold onions, garlic, and a few everyday ingredients like ginger, lemon, or chili. Everything stays neat and well ventilated, and it's very easy to grab what you need. In addition, you can also change the arrangement and apply this method by clipping the containers between 2 hangers and hanging them on a rack. And you'll instantly have a neat organizer for small items like socks, towels, and accessories, without spending too much time searching for them when needed. A multi-tier hanging rack that is both practical and space-saving is something I really like. It's a flexible and creative solution that doesn't take much time or effort, but helps keep your things organized and easy to use. The third way to reuse these disposable plastic containers is to turn them into an incredibly convenient 2-tier hanging storage rack. Start by taking a plastic food container and cutting it in half horizontally across the middle. Try to cut as straight as possible so the 2 pieces look even. After cutting, you will have 2 equal half-container pieces. These will be the compartments for storing items. Then use hot glue to firmly attach the cut container pieces onto the lid, attaching each piece one by one. Place one piece near the bottom edge of the lid, then attach the second piece a little higher to create 2 separate tiers. Press gently for a few seconds so everything sticks firmly in place. After that, use a heated tool to make a small hole at the top of the lid so you can hang it on a hook or wall. And just like that, you have a cute and practical two-tier mini rack for storing items. You can use it to hold small things like seasoning packets inside a cabinet or tea bags or coffee sachets near your tea table. Another way is to store hair clips and hair ties, which is also very convenient. Everything stays neat, easy to see, and easy to reach. It's a simple way to save space and keep everything organized every day. Next is a simple tip that can really improve your kitchen space, especially around the sink, making everything neater and more convenient each time you use it. First, take a plastic food container and cut a few openings in the lid. Use a small container to measure the base against the lid and mark the shape with a pen. Then do the same with a bottle cap, marking a round shape on the lid. After that, use a heated tool to carefully cut along the lines you've drawn. Take your time and cut slowly so everything stays even and in place. Once the cutting is done, insert a pump head into the round hole. You can reuse one from an empty soap or shampoo bottle. After that, pour dish soap directly into the container so you no longer need those bulky bottles or bags. Next, place a small tray or shallow holder over the square opening. This will act as a place to hold your sponge. When you press the pump, the soap comes out easily, and the sponge sits right on top, ready to use. What makes this setup so helpful is how neat and convenient it is. Everything stays in one place, easy to reach and simple to use. You don't have to move bottles or bags around anymore, which saves time and effort during your daily cleaning. The next idea is to use a plastic container to create a draining holder for kitchen utensils after washing, which is extremely convenient. First, take 2 plastic bottles and cut off the top parts, keeping the neck and opening. These will be used as holders. Then take the lid of a plastic food container and make 2 holes that are about the same size as the bottle openings so they can be held in place. Next, insert the cut bottle parts into the lid, with the bottle necks facing downward, and make sure they do not touch the bottom of the plastic container so everything stays dry and drains effectively. Now you have a simple draining rack. Place it near your sink and use it to hold knives, forks, and spoons right after washing. The water will drip down through the bottles and collect inside the container below. This way, water won't spill onto your countertop, and everything will stay much cleaner and drier. It's a small change, but it helps keep your kitchen neat, clean, and dry. Finally, here's an incredibly useful way to reuse this plastic food container. Turn it into a toothbrush holder for your bathroom. Take a plastic food container and start by poking a few holes in the sides of the container. Try to space the holes evenly and make them large enough so water can drain out easily, while also fitting the handles of your toothbrushes. This is quite important because it helps keep everything dry and reduces the risk of bacteria growing. After making the holes, apply double-sided tape to the back or bottom of the container. You can place the tape on 2 sides or all 4 corners depending on how secure you want it to be. Then choose a clean, dry spot on your bathroom wall and press the container firmly into place. Hold it for a few seconds so it sticks well. Now you have a convenient wall-mounted holder. Hang each toothbrush in the holes. Inside the container, you can place your toothpaste and then close the lid. The holes at the bottom allow water to drain out instead of collecting inside, helping everything stay clean, dry faster, not damp and safe after each use. In addition, you can also place small items like facial cleanser or hand soap on top. The design is very simple, but extremely practical, neat, and versatile for everyday use. Have you tried it? And those are 6 simple ways to turn ordinary plastic containers into truly useful items in your home. With just a little time and creativity, you can save space, keep everything organized, and even reduce your daily expenses. I hope these ideas help you make the most of your plastic containers in a way that works for you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tracy Tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.